Okay, well, I'm here this morning. My name's Eric Hutchins, and I'm standing on my property at 45 Pools Lane, abutting the Rockport MBTA railroad line, which they're attempting to replace this culvert next to the town's well field, which is directly on the other side. The MBTA has had a bit of a controversy with the town of Rockport. The Town of Rockport Conservation Commission, the Department of Public Works, and the Board of Health, and abutters and other citizens have all requested modifications to their plans to better protect the town's well field on the other side of the tracks. We have heard nothing from the MBTA in over a year, and on Friday at 3 p.m., those three boards and myself received an email that they were proceeding to construction this morning. The certified letter arrived in the mail on Monday, yesterday, that they were proceeding with construction today to replace this culvert. We have all been asking consistently that when they remove this culvert, that the material that comes out during the excavation, that they contain it and take it away and do proper disposal, install the new culvert and use clean fill, just as a precautionary measure on the working assumption as an active railroad station for over 150 years that the soils underneath this almost certainly have some level of contamination. I personally have said this publicly. I've seen numerous small spills up and down these tracks of hydraulic fluid, brake fluid, probably diesel, numerous times. Okay, well, a little update after being down here most of the day at the Rockport train station, where MBTA is installing this new culvert to the objection of many boards and committees in Rockport. Findings today, they installed most of the culvert. They managed to actually stay off my property. They modified their design and did not trespass, which was good. But that's not the important issue. The real important issue at hand is right there is the town's well field, 3 permitted wells. And as they did excavation today, groundwater actually seeped into the hole as expected. And we actually saw a sheen of oil in that hole and reported that to the environmental officer. And she said she didn't see anything. And then they quickly filled it in. But I got pictures of it. I took a couple photos of that today. So that's been documented. And the other issue that we were worried about is that if there was contamination, and we believe we saw some oil sheen on there today, is for them not to use the material they took out and to replace it with clean fill. And as the day went on, they simply proceeded to take that material underneath the railroad tracks that the sheen came from and put it right back in the hole. A lot of the material that they took out, there'll be extras. They've stockpiled it in the Zone 1 of the town's well field. So they're not even temporarily placing this stuff where it's supposed to be as they do the project. They will get most of the project done today. They modified it to sneak it in real quick. In general, they've done a good job of installing a culvert, but the problem is the environmental parameters associated with the town's drinking water associated with the well field over here, which is not pumping right now, but it's a fully permitted well by Mass DEP, which was completely overhauled about maybe 20 years ago. The MBTA has exemptions from local jurisdiction. So here was a case where the local Board of Health, the local Conservation Commission, and the DPW all tried to modify this project to protect our water supply. And we actually don't have jurisdiction because there's an exemption for the MBTA to do this work to allow them to do their work. And I made the case that this is one of the only likely well fields this close to a railroad line where they had to do work. Not one consultant representing Keolis or MBTA says they've ever done a project this close to a municipal well field. But we had no ability to protect our well field through the process. I believe that is wrong and needs to change. The state, our elected officials need to change this legislation to make sure that at least when you're within 250 feet of a municipally permitted well field, that the town has the ability to issue conditions to protect our water supply, which we were not able to do in this case. The Board of Health, we all tried, and abutters as well, to no success. That needs to change.